Alright, this video is thanks to Vegan Australia. Love life, live vegan. So this footage is from Parma, and in an amazing twist of logic, dairy farmers are now campaigning against a ban on using labels such as Camembert, Brie, Feta and Parmesan, which comes from Parma, on Australian dairy products. The European Union is demanding Australia implements the ban as part of a new trade agreement. The farmers claim that a ban on the use of these words is protectionist and will hurt Australian farmers, especially dairy farmers. In an opinion piece in the Australian Financial Review, Fiona Simpson, head of the National Farmers Federation, says that Australian producers have a right to use these terms, known as geographical indicators. Instead, she calls them generic descriptors, which she maintains are terms which should be available for use for Australian dairy farmers. In contrast, the farmers are calling for a ban on the generic use of terms such as milk for vegan products and cheese for vegan products. The head of the dairy industry lobby group Dairy Connect says that use of the word milk could confuse consumers and that these non-dairy businesses should not be permitted to represent their products as something they are not. These calls are being made simply to benefit the dairy industry. So on one hand, the dairy farmers don't want a ban on using feta and parmesan as generic terms, but they do want a ban on the use of milk and cheese as generic terms on plant products, because it protects the dairy farmers' profits. Well, it seems that that's quite greedy and hypocritical in a way, really. And my thoughts are that if they want the products to be labelled correctly in Australia, then why are all these products that are cow's milk labelled as milk? Because essentially these products are not milk, they are cow's milk. How are we to know whether it's cow's milk, goat's milk, soy milk, rice milk, or oat milk? And more importantly, if people saw that these products were actually labelled as cow's milk, it reminds them of the fact that the milk does come from a cow, which they're not really as comfortable with, which is why they just label it as milk. Of course, we could go one step further by actually labeling the cow's milk as milk intended for a baby, breast milk from a cow intended for a baby calf, which was taken away from its mother and killed.